Hey there, hope you all are doing well. I've come to the end of another calendar week. We are barreling towards the end of another week in the class and to the end of our time together this summer. Summer classes move fast. I feel like this one has moved faster than any I have ever taught. There are so many things that I want us to do, and there's just not enough time. So let me first talk to you about the final project. So I gave you a slew of options for this project, both in the topics you can choose and how you can present your project. So I know some of you are looking at doing presentations, some of you are looking at doing traditional essays. Totally fine. In a seated class, we would typically go a sort of a science fair route, a little symposium where everybody gets to talk about what they did on an individual basis. We split the class and we walk through and look at whatever visuals you have, and you get to give us a little 2 to 3 minute elevator pitch and answer our questions. And I just don't have a great way to replicate that in the online environment. It's just too hard to get people on synchronously and set all that up. So that's something that I hope to do one day. But until then, I just throw this out to you and say, pick your option and do it. And I'm really excited about this because I hope this will let you flex whatever kind of thinking it is you do, whatever kind of creativity you have. So if you're a person who really likes writing essays and you thrive with that, awesome. If you're really into film, if you're really into fiction, awesome. If you're creative and you want to make something, awesome. If you want to go do a deep dive in research on something, go for it. So proposals that have come in have been graded and returned with feedback. I will be slamming through those as quickly as I can as they come in because I know some of you are just trying to get done. You have vacations on the horizon, you have your transfer institution on the horizon, or you need a break before school starts like all the rest of us. So I will do my best to get those back. I am taking a little while with your last essays. I'm sorry. They're good. They're longer. It's just taking me a few minutes. So sorry about that. But I am up to date on email. So if you email me, I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And I will try to check it over the weekend. I will be a little bit slower than usual to respond probably on Monday and Tuesday. Just because I'll have my kid with me all day and nobody else here to tag team with. So sorry if I'll be a little bit slow on those 2 days. I should be back up to speed by Wednesday. All right, so back to the project. If you do go with one of the creative options or presentation options, you do have that justification to write. If you're doing a presentation, if you're recording, please record your presentation and upload it to YouTube. You can set it as unlisted. So if you are worried, I know some people don't want to put stuff on YouTube because they don't want the whole world to see it. If you set it to unlisted, only people with the link can view it. So you would send me the link through the assignment and I would have access to it. If you set it as private, I can't see it. So please don't set it as private. Make sure you set it as unlisted or leave it as public. And then you would submit your justification to turn it in. So I want you to enjoy this. I don't want this to be a lame thing that you have to do. So please pick, if you're still in the choosing a topic phase, please pick something that you like, you're interested in, you care about. And the same goes for your presentation method. The sun is like following me around the room. You see my cardboard box collection back here from where I'm supposed to be getting rid of stuff while I'm stuck at home. So make sure you choose something that you're into, okay? I give you these options not to just throw you out into the wild, but to let you have the freedom to make some decisions and tailor something to you. I know that we can't get to all the topics that we want to talk about in tech and society, even in a 16-week class where we're all sitting in the room together, much less in an 8-week class where we're scrambling, trying to get the reading in, trying to, get feedback on assignments. So this last week of the course, I know we finished The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. I've really enjoyed hearing what you all had to say about it. Some of you have been talking to me about it in your checkpoints. I've enjoyed emails I've gotten and reading what you all have to say on the discussion board. This book really resonated with a lot of folks, and I'm glad. It was a great book. I know that several of you have watched the film and enjoyed it and found that it tracked really close to the book, and I'm glad to hear that as well. On the book note, usually in this class, we read an excerpt of either 1984 or we read Brave New World. I know a lot of you have probably read those books. If you haven't and you're looking for a suggestion, those books are included on the book list for the final project. If there's a book you want to work with that's not on the list, and I'm sure there are plenty that are not because I just rattled a few off on the list, feel free to get in touch. There are some I've forgotten about, same with the films. So if you've got a great idea, go for it. That said, if you're not doing that piece for the final project, I do really encourage you to read those books at some point if you haven't before. Also, I have the link to the film Moon. I had wanted to really incorporate Moon as a part of the course. Time got the best of us. So I have a link in there to it. It's $2.99 to rent from Amazon. I'm going to put up a discussion board for the final week that is optional. So I'm not saying you have to watch this movie before you get out of this class and we have to talk about it, but there will be the option there. And if you don't, I hope you'll watch it sometime soon. It is a really good film. It leaves a lot to think about. It addresses artificial intelligence. It addresses lack of natural resources, and the question of whether it's okay to mine resources from other places in the solar system. It raises questions of what we can ask people to do as far as how long we can expect people to be in space. To be alone, and a host of other things that I don't want to bring up because I don't want to spoil it for you. It's a really, really great film. I have probably watched it, I'd say I have watched it at least 15 times at this point, because I watch it every semester with my Tech and Society class watches it, and I've also watched it a couple of times just on my own, and I always find something new to think about with it. So I'm going to throw it out there. It does have its funny moments. There's language. There's a wee bit of nudity. So don't watch it with your kids, little kids. So anyway, just putting that out there. So I hope that you have the opportunity to watch it now. If you don't, please watch it for you in the class. I'm going to put up a discussion about it so that those of us who have watched it and do watch it can talk about it. But it's an option out there. So that's where we are. I did drop in for the collaborate sessions on Monday and nobody joined me. I know y'all were busy trying to get papers done. It's cool. If there is a desire for those, I'll be glad to bring them back next week. That would probably need to be the end of the week, Thursday and Friday. I could do it. So that's where we are. I hope you all are gearing up for a wonderful weekend. If you have questions, if you need help, let me know. If there's something that you want us to talk about in a collaborate session or in a video, let me know. I'll be glad to tackle it. If something hasn't been clear anywhere in the reading for the whole course, let me know. So please let me know how I can help you. I've gotten some really good feedback from y'all, and you guys are finding cool things to read and write about. So I'm super excited for that. I hope that the class has at least given you things to think about and ways to maybe ask some more questions and think about things in new ways, which is one of the things that I hope classes do. So I'll get away from here and let you all get back to work. Let me know how I can help, and I look forward to seeing more project proposals from y'all in the next couple days. Take care.